What's up, people? Y'all know we got to talk about this. We ain't gonna convict him though, because it's becoming, I don't know, common that black men in power succumb to some type of scandal after a while. I don't know if that's I don't know. He said, too soon to say, right. He said, what's the charge? They alleging that it's not alleged. Yeah, it's alleged that he had some sexual relations with a 14-year-old. He said they got his DNA, man. I'm trying to be easy, man. I'm trying to be easy. He's a baby Dr. York. What do people expect? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so y'all get the notifications. Make sure y'all go get my book. That's where y'all ain't see me in a few days. I've been busy situating my book. It's called Some Things I've Been Through. You can go look that up on Google search. Some Things I've Been Through by Jamil Lindsay. Go cop that. It's the hottest shit on the internet. It's the hottest shit in the world right now and shit. He said, I wouldn't put it past him. Those are some serious charges. If they got his DNA, that's the end of that. Sonny, what's good, pimp? He says, Sonetta Ben said he was on that. He said, you said a while ago, Gully, with a name like Polight, you gotta be tricking people. Good afternoon. There's no reason a grown man should be in a hotel with a 14-year-old at all. He broke the law as soon as he took her there and shit. As soon as he got on the elevator with her, man, you're in an inappropriate situation. Any grown man know that that's an inappropriate scenario. Stay in the lobby. Why are you even at the hotel anyway? He said he's a student of Dr. York, master of the zeros, tried to make her throw up to remove the semen. G. Monelli. Man, they gonna do him all kind of dirty when he get where he going if they convict him. He said, I didn't know how deep Polight was. Polight has done this in the past. A hot tub, though. He's going to fucking penitentiary. If you follow me on Instagram, Gully TV World, I posted the newspaper articles. He said his money can't get him out of this one. His girlfriend's stepdaughter. He said they gonna put all kind of metal in that boy. I ain't catch your name on the last super chat. Polight did an interview with one of Dr. York victims. He said he doesn't care what York did. That's still his master teacher. Polight has been labeled bad work. A lot of skeletons in people's closet that be in the media. It happened in Miami. I'm from here. He bonded out. He got money and resources for sure. He said he hoped his magic works. Magic don't work in the court system. Trust me, it's been tried before. He said he took her to a closed club. Why are you taking a 14-year-old to a club? That don't make no sense. What they have to prove is the DNA versus location of the DNA, a la Monica Lewinsky in the dress. We need paperwork like Mike, Ike, and Bill. He said magic works when you're not guilty. Right. I was 14. I had a Spanish chick, about 30. She treated me like a man. I told her I was 17. She believed me. DNA evidence, case closed. 99% of the time, once that DNA into the situation, it's a wrap for you. Motel camera's gonna tell it all. My man said, Stephen G, I'm the same way. He said, I don't even be in a room by myself with my stepdaughter. I don't have a stepdaughter, but I don't be around. I just said it. A man knows an inappropriate situation and scenario and shit. Everybody know it. You know when you ain't supposed to be like by yourself with no young people and shit. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Good morning. I said good morning. Good afternoon. Either way, his name is tarnished now. Even if he's not guilty, the dirt's been done. He got mug shots. Damon Frazier. Is this true, Gully? Like, I can't believe I mess with Polight. I brought y'all here so I can ask y'all the question of how y'all feel about it. So y'all tell me. He said the penitentiary is waiting on him. DNA don't lie. Switch him out with Rod Diggs. We gotta stop throwing away the baby with the trash. His teachings may still correct the man. It's just flawed. His teachings may still be correct. I believe he said a whole bunch of high-powered shit. I believe he said a whole bunch of high-powered shit. I believe it's a hadith that said that most men succumb to your mouth. Something in correlation to your mouth or your genitals always gets a man in trouble. Good afternoon. He said Polight got some cold game. I just had to get on here and present that to y'all. People better stop idolizing these frauds just because they sit in front of a camera and string together some words you agree with. I believe a lot of the things that Polight said was dynamic. Until this situation, I didn't think anything that he said was too much in question. Everything that he said kind of like A plus B equals C. My man said Polight always had a weird energy. Prior to this, Hadith says, our private parts in the tongue is what condemns most people to the hellfire. Exactly. If we can separate the art from the artist, there will no be. He said, if we can separate the art, if we can't separate the art from the artist, there will be no art. I dig what you're saying. Here's what you call gatekeeping. This info agent for people higher up on the pyramid, they allow you to know some truth to reel you into lies, especially to us with entertainment gossip. What did y'all think about Polight prior to this and the information that he was providing? We not gonna find out the real truth until the case closed. Until then, all speculations, but his character definitely been tarnished by this news. Derek says he's a fraud. After what R. Kelly did, I ain't shocked by nothing no more. Gringo says fake news. A lot of people saying it's fake news. A lot of people saying that it's a setup. I can't lie. I got him doing this little freak bullshit. A man sets himself up for failure dealing with too many women. Something will go wrong. He said, do you think he doing rituals? I don't know what the fuck you mean by ritual. He breaking the fucking law. He breaking the law morally, and he breaking the actual laws of society. Hey, Bill Cosby was found not guilty. Let that sink in. Kobe Cole, I see no mugshot in Miami of him. It's on Instagram. He said it's not fake news. He was processed on the 10th. You could look it up. Would you rather him be a scammer or a gangbanger? Who says Polight was a scammer? Was he an author of books? I'm asking you his body of work because I wasn't all the way in tune, but I know he was saying a bunch of clever shit. Did he write books? He said Polight is an author. If he said, yeah, he had hella books. He said he authored 90 books. A nigga that authored 90 books is not a regular person. That's not a regular person. He's a very, very hard worker. He's very hard worker. A very hard worker. That's above average work ethic. And any funds earned off of those books, those writings, he's totally deserving of it and should be very, very fucking wealthy. Just off that. Fuck what anybody's saying about his philosophies. He created something and sold it. In the United States, we commend shit like that. He said Sonetta exposed him before. He said he wrote books, created his whole language. Sound like some slick shit to me. He said, I'm Haitian, I can spot a spiritual scammer. So what's Polight's nationality? He said he and Meta World Peace got a business together. I tried to hold that in. I tried to hold that in, and then I started thinking about the malice at the palace. He said, oh my goodness. Oh man, I haven't seen an official report on it yet. I don't believe it. He got dough. That's what I'm saying. I know he got grown. Supposedly plagiarized 90 books. How the fuck can you get away with plagiarizing 90 books? He did write books, didn't he? He created his own language. He said his books was garbage. His books can't be garbage if he was selling them, if people's buying them. Can't be garbage. Your flow will start. Your flow and reputation for literature and video. They got likes and reviews online right now and shit. You put some garbage out on the internet if you want to. The police found semen on that little girl clothing that matched Brother Polight. Pata Divine, I appreciate your super chat. Ain't got no business with your DNA, saliva, or any other bodily fluids on no 14-year-old. If we are going to call ourselves being real, let's be for real. My man said he did it. He said he wrote 90 books, but word is they all copy and pasted from other people's books. Nothing was written by him, so he couldn't copyright any of it and can't get real publishing from him. So what, he was just selling independent joints? He was selling them out the trunk? Are y'all calling Brother Polight a finesser? Y'all ain't calling him a finesser now. Y'all ain't been calling him finesser. Self-published, right. They said ultimate finesser. He finessed his way to the Breakfast Club. He said he wrote 90 books, but nobody knows the 90 books. They don't exist. Let me find out. You know what? I'm going to tell you this, right? I was going to make a blog about this, but it kind of like the topic got dull. I was fucked up when they revealed that Dan Bilzerian was a fraud. I was fucked up about that. I couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe that shit. I was fucked up about that. Like, why would a person that already got money want to do that? It just. But y'all saying Brother Polight, he's the black Dan Bilzerian. He said, laughing out loud about Bilzerian had me convinced, yo. I seen that nigga in Vegas. Gully by far is the #1 stylish blogger in the game, hands down. Hands down. That's been said. I appreciate you though. He said, what happened to Bilzerian? Man, that nigga was frauding, yo. That nigga was rich already. That nigga daddy was rich, filthy. And he was getting like settlements. You know, when you get like 30 years old, you'll get a check for some money. When he got like 30, he got a big ass check for some fucking money. And then when he got another age, he got another big ass checks and shit like that. I couldn't believe that shit. He was rich already. They said he was a terrible poker player. Could nobody find he had no victories in poker nowhere. Nowhere. They went and did the, see, when you come high profile, they get to investigating your ass. Imagine 200 journalists on your ass, you know, doing research on you and shit. Yeah, he had an inheritance. They dug that shit out. Dan Bilzerian was never even in the top 100 in fucking poker. He said he was already generationally wealthy. Facts. Can I get your book on Amazon? Yes. Everybody here can get my book. It's on Amazon now. It's called Some Things I've Been Through. Just type in Jamil Lindsay, Some Things I've Been Through. It's going to pop up. It's the hottest book online. Cop up. Straight up. The hottest shit online. You won't be disappointed. I can't give you no context, text clues or nothing. I'm just drop that shit. Munch Martin, thank you. I was raised in the Ansarullah community from a pup. I'm now 54 years of age. Ansar community was under Imam Isa, a.k.a. Dr. York. My niece is Dr. York's daughter, one of his many children. Are you doing an audiobook? Yes, I am. He said Bilzerian was living a life. That nigga was fronting like a motherfucker. Them chicks that used to be with him, them was all paid models. This is what he was doing with his trust fund money. This nigga was putting 15 models on the payroll. Come on, we about to walk through the MGM. Or put 15 models on the payroll. Come on, we about to go do a photo shoot for the weekend and shit like that. Dr. York is Polight's daddy. Low Keys, thank you. Michigan, y'all, make sure y'all go get my book. Some Things I've Been Through. Y'all been waiting on it. I was writing it for 3 years and shit. Hold on. You see the callus? You see the callus? You see the writer's callus? I was writing that shit for 3 years. It's crack. He said he was paying them chicks? Yeah, he was paying them. Polight, the same dude that lied about a murder case, talking about the big crip from the 90s. How was these people able to lie themselves in a position? How can you lie yourself to the Breakfast Club? He said Dan B is also an actor. He paid to get in that movie. He paid them people to get in that. He paid them people to get in that movie so it appeared that he was an action figure star. That he was an action star. Super fraud. You're rich already, man. What the fuck more do you want? He said, it's the American way, fronting. All these conscious dudes out here living lies. He said they finally got Baby York. Some of the best scammers I've seen are on YouTube. Who's some of the most popular scammers y'all seen on YouTube, since y'all seen them on YouTube? Who y'all feel be on YouTube scamming? Let's get to the bottom of this. He said Dan Bilzerian be playing poker head up for $1 million. They said that was all a lie. Them was all lies. Umar Johnson has lied himself to the Breakfast Club multiple times. Dr. Umar, Umi and the Hellcat, Young Pharaoh, Jay Morrison. 10 Toes is definitely a scammer. Umar, Polight, Kivo. How y'all saying that Bandman Kivo is a scammer? Has he pulled off any heists online? We talking about online activity. He said everybody begging for donations is scamming. Facts. Facts. Say Cheese works. Say Cheese gets busy. Tommy Sotomayor gets busy. I don't agree with platforms that ask for that solicit any type of, like, if you share a video and say, yo, I'm trying to get a new, my computer crashed. I need a new computer. I need y'all to contribute to the channel or to donate to the channel. That's bum shit. If your computer crashed, get another one. Get a job and get another one. Sell something that you own and get another one. That's what the pros do. Professionals don't beg. They don't post they Cash App ID under their videos and shit. If you go to somebody's platform and you see Cash App information and shit like that, get away from them. Period. If they ain't selling something, shouldn't be no Cash App posted. Tariq Nasheed ain't no scammer. My man said Tariq is definitely a scammer. Umar got an unfinished school, blaming it on the black community for not donating enough. Polight is a crook, and the chickens are coming home to roost. Mayday, man down, you're out of here. Share this live. Make sure y'all go cop my book, Some Things I've Been Through. Fred Daniel, that's how we do it. Subscribe to the channel. It's called Dribble. It's called Dribble. He said Troy Twain. Nah. Star from the Star Chamber is a pioneer. He started this shit, and he always implemented that you had to highlight your super chat with a payment. If you want him to recognize what you're saying in the comments, he want a super chat. That's a professional. It's a part of the platform. People use the platform in that manner and shit. Y'all naming all these people? He said, I already got the book. You just need to sign it. I think I'm going to have some autographed copies in like a week. You can get them from me on Instagram, Gully TV, at Gully TV World. Drip God said, I don't knock nobody hustle. Panhandling, that ain't a hustle. Begging ain't a hustle. It's not. It don't take no talent. You actually be in the way. Be in the way. He said, yeah, plus Star, lightweight celebrity. Star is a celebrity. He get paid walk-through money. He used to be at the UW battles in New Jersey and shit. He said Star just did choke dirty. Nobody fucks with Star. Master of the Zeros. I'm sure this is just a start. More victims coming forth. Oh, you think it's going to be more victims beyond this situation with Polight? The evidence is heavily influenced in this case, and therefore he was trying to reach out to the girl and crew. Kwame a straight scammer and too high up the chain. Kwame who? Y'all just don't know it yet or don't want to know. Kwame who is a scammer? He said, my son is a big scammer. Logan Paul and Jake Paul are scammers. They grifters. They out of a time machine. They grifters. They out of 42nd Street, New York City from back in the early 80s. Them niggas just be calling out anybody that know that they ain't gonna get no fight with them. He said, did you support Polight? Polight. I like the Polight's, a lot of Polight's theories. A lot of Polight's philosophies, I liked him. I thought he was powerful. Word. People who donate more dumb than the individual being a scammer. Kwame Brown gave over 1,000 pairs of shoes to kids. That's not a scammer. Ali Muhammad is a scammer. I don't even know a lot of these people. How do y'all let all of these scammers exist? Prior to today, I didn't consider Polight a scammer. I felt that he was selling an agenda or a philosophy. Polight has Dr. York traits. Damn. I tell you this much, right? If you follow somebody and they don't produce any content, what I mean by content is multimedia. That means a writing digitally or some audio musically or some content visually, then you being scammed. If you following somebody for years at a time, an entertainer, and they're not producing no media, if you're not getting nothing new, you being scammed. Promise you. He said Polight scamming was from housing investments. Look at the channel called Crypto Roots. Do Polight scam for 100,000. Look at how much Dr. Umar charging for his speaking and acts if he's scamming. What does he say at his speaking engagement? C. Anthony TV. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. I appreciate your super chat, pimp. Good afternoon. Kwame has so far done everything he said he'd do. Kevin Samuels deserves what he's been getting. He's an advocate for men and trying to help us out. I agree with a lot of Kevin Samuels' philosophy. The mainstream media is scamming the American citizens into letting the Afghan refugees over there. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, but it's my understanding that the Taliban has taken over the country. As soon as the United States vacated after 20 years, they said, "All right, y'all done? Get on the fuck up out of here, so we can get back to business." And they got back to business. My man said, "How many of y'all been scammed by YouTubers?" He said, "YouTubers out here in hotel rooms with jail content." Polight came to the city I live in and said he was going to build the empty metal containers in the houses and didn't do so. Anything is that all of you think you fucked that up. Tariq Nasheed has always come through on what he said he'll do. My man said all YouTubers are a scam. They probably are. It depends what type of content they producing. I ain't a YouTuber. I'm a published author. Make sure y'all go cop my new book. I'm a film director. My documentaries, I'm situating them so they could return to Amazon Prime shortly. But hey, man, make sure y'all go cop my book though. Some things I've been through. Go Google that shit. Umar gotta be the worst. Kwame Brown got work done in 3 months on YouTube. His name is in the Miami-Dade criminal search base. Look it up. And you can look up his charges. Smitty Red, thank you. It took 3 years. The book is out. Go cop that. You can get it. You can get that shit on ebook. It's fire. I'm hearing a lot about Bodie James. Young Pharaoh is selling, I believe, a course. My little homie is a follower of Young Pharaoh. A devout. Shout out to my man Mitch. He's a devout follower of Young Pharaoh. Been following him for a minute now. He said, "Okay, you got me sub. Thank you." James Jones, he said, "Show us a copy." I'll show y'all one tomorrow. I have one for y'all. I have a physical copy in my hand tomorrow. Loading said, "Black people are looking for a leader on YouTube." This is, I believe, the #1 platform where a variety of people are outspoken. Orm Jenkins, I appreciate your super chat. God bless your afternoon. Rolling Red, thank you. P. Flaw said, "Facts." Where else would you? What other platform would you hear somebody doing any type of oration, public speaking, or anything like that? Where would you find that at online? I will get the book. Everybody need to get the book. Everybody need to get the book. It's what y'all want. It fill in a lot of blanks, a lot of shit that I left out of them documentaries, a lot of the questions that I left out of my DC shit, my shit with Sean Branch, my shit was with Haitian Jack, all of that shit is in there. Glaze, it's just everything. And I ain't disrespect nobody. I put together a masterpiece. Make sure y'all go get that. Yes, I believe the charges. These guys think they so smart and of a high power. This is what they practice. There's no filters or competition. You just record and upload. No fact checking or verification. You can spew whatever to a following. I agree. Where do we buy the book? Amazon. Just go to Google and type it in. When I get up out of here, I post. I'm up. The link gonna be posted in all my videos. I'm gonna make it real easy for y'all. He said, "You and Glaze good." I didn't do nothing to Glaze. All I said was the information that he's providing in his video was refuted in a video that I put out. And then he chose to make 5 videos about me. I didn't do the same to him. I didn't get on here and make a bunch of Glaze videos. I didn't. And then his brother came along, and now they got that going on. So Rufus Jones said, "I'm definitely going to cop the book." Do you believe all of the conscious community is suspect? Most of them is on some. If they selling it, they on some bullshit. If a person's selling it, they on some bullshit because then they have a motive. That's why the 5% are known as the poor righteous teachers and shit. I was building with Doggy Diamonds. He said we got some money now. He said we not poor righteous teachers anymore. Hey, y'all like this video? It's over 1,000 people here. Good afternoon. Many of us have gotten a lot of benefits from YouTube. Probably exposure. By the time you, After you publish a video, you should already be feeling like Superman because you got a chance to watch your creation. Like when I upload some shit, I've already watched it. I'm like, man, this shit crack. They gonna love this shit. He said learning, exactly. He said you should always get paid for your content. Time is money. Okay, I believe that if a person wants you to have something for your content, or if a person feeling you or feeling what you're doing, they gonna just donate, or they gonna just do it, or they just gonna buy a super chat, or they gonna buy a sticker on their own. I don't think a person should get on here and target the audience for a donation. That's corny and some bum shit. And it's rampant amongst our people and shit. I don't know if other people do that besides us. None of these YouTubers have any content worth paying for. Most of it is branch knowledge. I ain't a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. Doggy Dime is a content creator. If a person has to edit, you a content creator. Brooklyn, I ain't from Philly. I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, East Side. Panhandling is only active if you ask for donations. They do be asking for donations. They make a big deal about it. It's all over YouTube, not just the black community, the donation action. It's corny. It's corny. You might as well be selling something. You might as well be selling something. Brooklyn, I'm not offended. You talking about my b-boy dribble and shit. This is Gully and shit. This is the difference between me and them. My shit different. It's my dribble. You see my friends is GR in the back. Dribble God, that's me. You see the book? It says hip hop raised me. There you go. Larry Lopez, thank you. Good afternoon. Scheme Team, the #1 beggar. They need to do better. I believe as a person's education, the longer you spend on a computer, your skills should get better and shit. Your skills should get better. Anybody to fuck with a computer, skills should get better. Day to day, if you still fucking with it, uploading, doing shit, fucking with social media platforms and shit, your fucking skills should get better. And as your skills get better, your content should get better. And then you don't have to worry about anybody asking for no donations. I mean, yeah, you don't have to worry about asking anybody for any donations. As of right now, Brother Polight, I believe he made bail. The DNA evidence, that's going to be hard to refute. Brooklyn Kennedy, I see you, bro, doing it the right way. I'm a fan of hip-hop. I love this shit. You see, the book is right there. Raise Me. The other one said this day in rap and hip hop history by Chuck D. That's that one and shit. It's about that. It's about hip hop. Hip hop. Word. Doogie, thank you. Tariq ordered his Vaseline from Brother Project. Gully, you got one of the most intelligent one of the most intelligent followings. Oh, we ain't nobody but we. Gully TV attract the gifted. Ain't nothing but nerds and gifted niggas over here. Everybody in here like that. Whole chat like that. Straight up. Shout out to Devin Wade. Yeah, the cool people. This is the cool table. He said, "What's the charges? Anything with anybody underage, you know what that charge is. The book is $34.99. It's well worth it. I should have made it $1. It should have costed $100. It's fire. Watch. Watch. This time next week, whole world gonna be talking about it." Do you think Jim Jones is a federal informant? I don't even think that shit is newsworthy. Everybody else's platform be talking about that shit. Jim Jones didn't commit no crime on that audio. If you listen to that audio, he didn't commit no crime. He didn't break the law. He didn't do anything that will get him arrested. He said he should be violated. When you say somebody should be violated over the phone or somebody, he could have meant y'all should fine him. He should get a fine. Or he should get suspended. He's kicked out the club or he's kicked out the fraternity. You feel me? That's not a crime. That's not a crime. You saying you should get violated is not a crime. That's not a crime. It ain't. He said he was on wiretap. It still ain't a crime. He said, what about the gun case in Atlanta? I don't know about the guns. I don't know what happened with all of that, but I'm just saying, everybody keep talking about the recording. He didn't create, he could say super duper violated. What do that mean? What do that mean? You getting your parole revoked? You getting your parole revoked? What does that mean? You can't take that in the court. They know they can't take that in the court. What do violate mean? What do it mean? Nothing. Trav's cousin took the gun case in Georgia. He said, I think they talk about the other tort. The crime that people are implying that he committed was him saying to Mel Murder that 6ix9ine should be violated. They saying that makes him a co-conspirator in doing something to him. They was talking in code and shit like that. He didn't commit no crime. He said, that's not how the court worked. They use slang terms to prosecute. I seen it in trial. Win a conviction, even though they spoke in code. Violated could mean anything. That's what I'm trying to say. But we off that. Back to Brother Polight. He made bail. Whether or not he's guilty, that's going to be left up to the courts. We got to give him his just due as of right now. We don't know, but they do got some DNA. So y'all can come to your own conclusions. He says super violate ain't a tough code to crack. They know what the fuck that mean. You still have to make it mean something in court. Wack don't got no problems in Cali. He feed hoods on both sides of the rag. Hassan Campbell is a scammer. Why do you say that? I don't think anybody could ever say he was he's a scammer, because he initially was transparent and he bared us all. He shared all of his business as far as what happened with Africa Bambaataa. God damn it, if that don't attract the audience, I don't know what the fuck will. So anything he got going on, he worked for that shit. He said Big Meech case spoke in code, but Jake had dope on the table. Gully, I seen him lock niggas up for less. Me too. Me too. Make sure y'all follow me on IG where you can see the newspaper article and Brother Polight's mugshot, Gully TV World. He said, it's not hard to get anyone to define on the witness stand what super violated means on the streets. Watching from the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. Stay blessed. You do the same. Gang investigation unit understand gang codes. That's why they have them. He said, come on, Gully, you know better. I listened to this shit yesterday for the 1,000th time. I didn't hear nothing that was law breaking. I didn't. Hassan said he was on here to be an advocate for abused kids, but all he does is gossip. Tanisha, ain't nothing popping. I don't need to work with anybody. I've been doing good independently. Funny how the government says kids under 18 cannot have sex with adults, but the system sexualizes young kids and says they can determine if they want sex changes. That's a hell of a point right there. He said, yeah, but Jim is a rapper also, Takashi, so that's not cold. Go get your Fila Ballour, fam. It might be too hot for it. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at GullyTV1. Make sure y'all cop my new book. Some things I've been through. Y'all want content. Y'all want heat. I know what y'all want. It took me 3 years. I wrote it for y'all. It's crack. It's crack. It's crack. It's crack. It's crack. I'm going to be talking about it all week. And then everybody going to be talking about it next week. So, and for the rest of the year. He said, would you interview Wack? No. I'm going to tell you why. Wack has not produced anything musically. He hasn't done it. This is a hip-hop platform. Wack ain't doing nothing or hasn't done anything but, fitna, chaos, just acting up and shit. But he hasn't produced any albums. I don't think he's managed anybody who's done anything dynamic lately. He ain't got no films out. He don't got nothing. He don't got nothing out. He ain't pushing nothing. He ain't pushing no itinerary, no brand. Do Wack 100 got a brand? What's his brand? So it's some bullshit. So because he don't got none of that, what am I going to ask him about? 6ix9ine? What am I going to ask him about? Some shit that someone has already asked him. He said Wack would ruin your platform. No, he wouldn't. What can I ask him about? When you interview someone or when you encounter someone, you might want to Google search or check their bio and see what type of accomplishments they have and shit. Like Jimmy Henchman in my book, I mentioned how he worked with Brandy and Bryce Wilson from Groove Theory and Game and Gucci Man and shit like that. You see how Jimmy Henchman has a resume? Wack don't got that. We want to know what the fuck he doing and shit. Besides talking about he a snitch and all this negative shit. Besides that, what's your story? What do you do? My man said, brother Polight is innocent. He said Wack punked Jimmy for Game contracts and produced Ray J album in 06. Wack ain't punked no Jimmy Henchman, fam. Jimmy had differences with Suge, I believe, and was the alpha in that. So, don't do that. He said, you seen Wack fight them boys? Yeah, he threw like 15 consecutive lefts. Would you sell your exclusive content as an NFT? I'm always going to do what's best for me from top to bottom. If that's in my best interest, I would. I'm able to create more. So something could turn into an NFT because I always can create more. period. They sending a little girl with clothes. Isn't he managing Blueface in the cover? I know he to be managing Blueface, right? What does Blueface do musically? So y'all be duped by the images. If they turned the lights out on Instagram, the images can't. If they turn the lights out, you'll look at people differently. For instance, when Lux battled the diplomats, it was like the video editors wasn't there anymore. The glamour, the glitz, all the flash and shit, it didn't matter no more. Only thing that mattered is what they were saying on the microphone. So if you're not doing nothing, some bullshit. Honestly, Whack 100 brand is basically clout chasing. Dipset scammed the fans. What's your book about? Google it. It's about my encounters and interactions over a 3-year period with some of the most notorious and famous black gangsters on earth. That's what my book is about. Play that shit back. My book is about my interactions, sit-downs, encounters, the way the hair stood up on my back when I first spoke to a man with accused of 14 homicides and shit like that. That's what's in my book. So, boom. He said, is there lowlife talk in there? Nah, the lowlifes got their own story. Shout out to the lowlifes. I met a new one recently. His name Dollar. Y'all know something about Dollar in the land of low? Brooklyn, Philly guy. Boosting Bill's uncle. Two out of 3 Whack confrontations were fake. He said, with swag like that, if I didn't know any better, I would think you from my city, NYC. Whole world used to dress like this. The whole world used to dress like this. This don't belong to y'all, nigga. Y'all just started it. Let's get that understood. Y'all started it. Y'all started it, man. Y'all started it. And y'all will always be held in a high regard for starting it. As of right now, y'all following culture. Y'all got away from this. Y'all don't be rocking this shit no more. Y'all be wearing skinny jeans and bouncing around, dancing and doing a bunch of goofy shit. So leave this shit up to the dribble, man. Leave this shit to the professionals and shit, man. Y'all don't even be on this shit. That's why it looks so rare. He said, Gully, chill, that's the youth. I'm just saying, man, the whole world used to dress like this. Both coasts, down south. He said the world dressed like that, but got it from New York. I just said that. I'm on my beat street right now. This is the cool V. Whenever you see me with a Terry Cloth joint on, even though this red one, MC Shan is famous for this, I rock mine a la Cool V. Cool V rocked the best Terry Cloths. Go look at the video, The Vapors. And just, Cool V just... He said skinny jeans is still a no-no. Some of the skinny jeans is hot. I had a couple pair. He said, free love always talk about Dollar. He gonna be coming soon. Shout out to Doc from Richard Allen. Shout out to Doc, North Philly, OG. He coming soon too. He said LL rocked that look too. This wasn't choreographed. It just happened to match and shit, but I mean, the whole world used to rap, dress like this. He said that's a select few. New York rappers started the dreads way before Lil Wayne, Chief Keef, and them. Facts. He said, I never rock skinny jeans. You probably a big nigga and can't fit none. New York too busy being fresh and buying no property in New York. Fresh and paying rent. New York on some gang shit right now, man. Y'all lost focus and shit. Y'all lost focus on setting trends and shit. Get back to that. When was the last trend set? Get back to that, man. I got this though. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got y'all. Make sure y'all following me on IG, Gully TV World. He said Jamaica wore dreads before New York. The Jamaicans was the niggas in New York wearing dreads. My man said I'm on lunch break at Philadelphia Housing Authority doing renovations, Richard Allen Projects. Rest in peace, Frank. That's what's up. Keep up the good work, pimp. DC got everyone wearing New Balances. We not about to start this. We're going to get back on topic, and then I'm going to get up out of here. Brother Polight, as of now, he's been charged. I'm told that he's been released on bail. But we don't know until he get his day in court. Rufus, I ain't hip, pimp. Bobby Shmurda pre-prison set a trend. Even young M.A. followed. He got to do some music now, man. Every time I see him on the internet, he's just dancing and shit like that. I know that's how you got on. I know that's how you got on. But I hope you don't think you're going to dance your way into another. You need some music, my man. Get you a ghostwriter. Y'all think Bobby Shmurda can rock a ghostwriter? Can Bobby Shmurda get away with getting a ghostwriter? He's not an MC. That first song was just a, he not an MC. Can he get away with a ghostwriter? Would y'all accept him with a ghostwriter one time? Bobby Shmurda could be a Fat Man Scoop type nigga. He don't have the same energy as Scoop, but he could come out and get the party, get the party started and shit. He said definitely a Queens lick. Shout out to Bimmy, Luke Steffen, the dudes from Queens in my book. Somebody else from Queens in my shit. It's fire, man. I'm the author. He said Bobby Shmurda, one-hit wonder. I think Rowdy was writing for him already. He need features all over his album. He can make it. Rowdy is better. They got to figure something out. Bobby need to do a collaboration with Drake. I don't know what type of song that might be all right. Bobby just can't be called an MC if he has a ghostwriter. He hasn't been called an MC before, was he? He said Bobby's a vibe. I believe he's more of a vibe than an MC. He lost momentum and steam. He probably got another year. If 2022 make it here and he don't got nothing out, he's finished. He going to Love and Hip Hop. Kareem said, I'm definitely copping the book. Everybody here should cop. It's fire. I know what y'all want at y'all jobs. You know what I mean? As y'all traveling, as y'all in the airport, as y'all on the airplane. I know what y'all want. Y'all want that fucking Tariq Nasheed, motherfucking Nathan McCall, fucking Malcolm X. Y'all want that Alex Haley. Y'all want that Robert Beck, Donald Goines. I know what y'all want. I got crack. I'm telling you. He said, will you interview Kwame Kilpatrick again? I talked to him recently. He got married like 2 weeks ago. Welcome home, Kwame Kilpatrick, my guy. Knowledge is the foundation of everything, like the sun is the foundation of the solar system. Word. My catalog is original. The only thing I got from New York was British Walkers and Playboys on 125th, sheepskin and bombers and leather gooses from around the corner from Little Italy on Orchard Street in 79. I missed it, them little boutiques and shit, them little boutiques about the size of a shoe shine stand with them pieces and shit, them vintage pieces and shit. Tariq is a fraud. Don't believe nobody on YouTube. You can believe the dribble, man. My heart is into this. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. That's what I do. We not used to putting together projects too. You fucked that up, pimp. Anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all have a great afternoon, super chatters. I appreciate y'all. Y'all did y'all thing. Now everybody do y'all thing and go buy my new book, some things I've been through, authored by yours truly. I know y'all want. I'm just that type of guy. Y'all want to know more about me. Y'all want to know the truth about the dribble. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. Cop that book. It's fire. I'm up out of here. Peace.